All right, Ripple XRP holders, this is serious. XRP is secretly bracing for a massive breakout, and I have some mind-blowing numbers, some charts, and insider information that you do not want to miss in this video. If you're holding XRP, if you're planning to include it in your portfolio, last week it was hot. A whale sent 30 million XRP tokens, and where did they send them? And how can this single transaction bring two major companies to Ripple and to XRP that could affect the price? It was all a secret until now. And in this video, you get to see and learn exactly what's going on. So I'm going to be explaining how XRP is defying all the odds and overcoming all of the challenges, such as the SEC lawsuit, the global financial crisis, market manipulation, among many other things. We post all the major updates in the crypto space and bring you the 100x investing opportunities. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and comment 777 if you're feeling blessed. Comment 777 if you're feeling bullish. Let's run it. All right, welcome back to the channel, Bull Runners. So you probably know by now about the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. You've been hearing about it every single day for selling XRP as an unregistered security. And the lawsuit is one of the biggest lawsuits in history, not just for the crypto industry, but for how securities laws in the United States will evolve and how crypto will be classified in the financial landscape. And as you already know, the judge ruled in favor of Ripple that XRP is not a security when sold to the general public on centralized exchanges. And in October 19th, in a filing in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, the SEC notified the court the parties involved in the case against Ripple have stipulated to the dismissal with prejudice. So suggesting that there was nothing or no need to schedule an upcoming trial, and the filing did not state that the SEC was dropping its civil case against Ripple itself, first filed back in 2020. But the SEC is waving the white flag in the other lawsuit against Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. And the recent filing said that the SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on a potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case and what remedies are proper against Ripple for its Section 5 violations with respect to its institutional sales of XRP. That's what they were claiming were securities. And respectfully request until November 9th to propose such schedule to the court, or if the parties cannot agree, to seek a briefing schedule from the court on a contested basis. So that's what the documents are saying. And Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Adelroy, called the move a surrender by the SEC rather than a settlement. And Brad Garlinghouse, he posted on Twitter saying today was an even better day where Ripple's at 3, the SEC is at 0. So in all seriousness, Chris and him, in a case involving no claims of fraud or misrepresentations, were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin them and the company so many have worked hard to build for over a decade. So the SEC repeatedly, they kept its eye off the ball while secretly meeting with the likes of Sam Bankman-Fried, failing again and again to protect U.S. consumers and businesses. And how many millions of taxpayer dollars were wasted. So it feels good to finally be vindicated. Now, this means that the charges against Brad and Chris are dropped, but the lawsuit regarding, Ripple, the company, versus the SEC in regards to XRP being sold to institutional investors as a security is still ongoing. However, according to lawyer Jeremy Hogan, yes, this does make a full settlement much more likely, as the only legal question left now is, how big of a check is Ripple going to write to the SEC? In previous videos, I talked about this, calling it the rite of passage, and my prediction was, they were going to pay a settlement fee. And even if they don't pay a settlement fee, something was going to happen similar to what happened with Tesla, Microsoft, Apple. The SEC goes after all of these big companies because they want more power, they want more money. And even if there is no settlement in regards to how XRP was sold to institutional investors, Ripple and XRP has a very high likelihood to come out on top. And how do we know this? Well, just look at what happened on July 13th. The judge ruled that XRP in and of itself is not a security. And the moment this news came out, XRP's price skyrocketed more than 96% in just a few minutes. So that's insane. However, it was short-lived and the price dropped down to 50 cents. After that, pissing everybody off. So what gives? Well, I'm going to get into that in a little bit and what's happening to the price. But imagine what will happen when the final decision comes out by April of next year or earlier if they come to a settlement agreement before then. If they don't settle and Ripple wins the case, which is very likely based on the court proceedings thus far, XRP's price could see massive inflows of institutional money because legal clarity is the golden ticket that they need to pile not only into the markets, but into XRP. So that means we might not see prices like these ever again. And the second reason why XRP could see a massive breakout would be caused by the Bitcoin ETFs coming to the US. You know what they say? Bitcoin's been the king, Bitcoin's been the leader of the market, and it can steer the entire market in any direction based on what's happening with liquidity in the institutions. So the US court is now clearing the way for Bitcoin ETFs, and this could trigger a bullish market overall, regardless of the macro market conditions of the Fed. So in a surprise twist of events, even Gary Gensler, he could be having a change of heart about spot Bitcoin ETFs.
Appeal a court ruling from August in the Grayscale case. Grayscale, of course, trying to convert GBTC into a spot ETF. I know you can't comment on ongoing litigation, but should we still be considering that ongoing litigation given that lack of appeal at this point? And if not, what happens next?
Wait, didn't you just say that you knew I wasn't going to comment on the litigation? But let me just say...
But is it still ongoing since you didn't appeal?
We didn't appeal last Friday. I think that's accurate.
So you could still in the future in another form.
But what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering for what's called exchange-traded products, for Bitcoin to be in a security. So the Bitcoin would be held, and then there would be something called an exchange-traded product, and that would trade on various stock exchanges. And those filings are in front of us. I can't prejudge any one of them, but there's 8 or 10 that we're looking at.
So the District of Columbia Court of Appeals in Washington ruled that the SEC was wrong to reject Grayscale's proposed Bitcoin ETF. So the SEC has been getting wrecked from all angles, from Ripple, from Congress. They do not want the SEC to have an overreach over crypto. They want it to be friendly towards crypto. And the SEC has no plan to go for an appeal over this matter in regards to Grayscale. And that means Bitcoin ETFs are inevitable.
Like the SEC is going to be forced to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. What, if any, communications have you had with the SEC about your application? Where are we in this whole thing?
Well, it was publicized and disclosed. I think it was last week that we had responded to the SEC's request for information around our Bitcoin filing, and we responded. And that's basically all we can say. I think many people think the fact that the SEC chose to ask questions is a change in behavior. And therefore, I do think hopes are rising that or a number of Bitcoin ETFs will be approved.
Yeah, my understanding is the court now is going to issue a mandate about how to enforce their decision here to the SEC, and their SEC is going to basically follow that mandate. Everybody is assuming at this point that they'll probably approve most of the Bitcoin ETFs by the end of the year. Is that's a reasonable assumption at this point? They lost the court case. They chose not to appeal it at this point.
Right. And I do believe maybe the reason they're saying by the end of the year, early next year, I know our final deadline on this filing is January 10th. And so, and I think we're first in line. But as you say, a number of Bitcoin ETFs could be approved at the same time.
And Gary said that they're looking at 8 to 10 different ETF filings. So the odds of them approving one is very high. And if they approve one, why wouldn't they approve all the others? Now, Bitcoin has a dominance of 51% as of today, which means that it holds more than half of the entire crypto market cap of the amount of money that's in this industry. So if Bitcoin's price appreciates, the altcoins will follow. Now, check this chart. The blue line here is the price of XRP, and the orange line is the price of Bitcoin. XRP has been correlated to the price of Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin goes up, so has XRP. Now, if we look at Bitcoin's 4-year market cycle theory based on Bitcoin's halving, after Bitcoin's halving is when we see the majority of the money flow into the market due to simple supply and demand. So if XRP is still correlated to Bitcoin, which it looks like it is, then we could see massive moves for XRP, whether it's shortly after or around the same time. As Bitcoin moves with this ETF update, Bitcoin is ready and it's primed to make a massive move. And guess which altcoin will benefit the most from this? That's right, XRP, because XRP has a strong correlation with Bitcoin as the legal clarity compared to other altcoins. It has a lot of room to grow compared to Bitcoin due to the low market cap. XRP holds less than 5% of Bitcoin's market cap and less than $30 billion compared to Bitcoin, over $500 billion. So imagine what would happen to XRP this next bull run if trillions of dollars flow into this industry after the ETFs are approved, bringing institutional whale money. If you look at the chart of gold to what happened to gold after the first gold ETF was approved, gold went on a massive bull run. Now remember, XRP is the bridge currency for the banks. And the banks move big money overseas every single day. The banks deal with billions of dollars. And we're not even talking about the FX market, the derivatives market, and everything else that's been happening in the space that we've been covering each and every single day on this channel. So make sure you subscribe so you can stay informed on what's going on with the breaking news, and also you can get a better fundamental understanding from a macro market perspective. Now, the third reason why XRP could see a massive move is because of the inflow from institutional investors. Now, they're not your average, retail investors like you and me. These are big money players who have billions of dollars to invest into crypto. And guess what? They have been buying XRP like crazy. According to a recent report from CoinShare on October 13th, XRP got the most funds inflow among all altcoins after Solana. That was the 25th consecutive week of positive inflows to XRP this year. And it even beat Ethereum with its $15 million in inflows in 2023. So that's very, very impressive. And these numbers show that institutional investors, they are bullish on XRP and they see its potential as a global payment solution to bridge currencies. So they're not scared. Nobody's scared by the SEC lawsuits or all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's being spread out there about, what's happening with the Gemini exchange and, FTX and all of that stuff. That stuff is bound to happen. You look at how much crazy stuff was taking place during the early days of the internet. This is no different. So just because there's bad people in an industry doesn't make the industry bad. It just means there's bad people everywhere. So everyone knows that the price of XRP and the future of XRP is bright, as they get in before it's too late. So if the trend continues to the upside and we still see money flowing into this market, XRP will get a bigger share of the crypto market dominance and it could outperform all other coins this bull run. That's what I'm expecting. Now, the fourth reason why XRP could make a massive move is because of the partnerships and adoptions. You know what they say? The network effect is everything. Your network determines your net worth. And when it comes to XRP, it has one of the strongest and most diverse networks in the entire crypto space. XRP is not just a coin, it's backed by a whole ecosystem of products and services through Ripple that are changing the world of finance. Among many positive developments for XRP, this week, Ferrari, they started accepting crypto as a payment method for their luxury cars. So the car company accepts 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP through BitPay. And by the time you're watching this video, they might be accepting more. But that's right, XRP is one of the chosen ones by Ferrari. So that shows how much they trust and value XRP as a payment solution. Now, I wouldn't be taking your XRP right now and going and buying a Ferrari. That's not a smart move because obviously with all this news, what's going to appreciate more? A Ferrari when you drive it off the lot or XRP? I think you can put 2 and 2 together for yourself. But the fifth reason why XRP could see a massive move is because of the technical indicators. You know what they say? The trend is your friend. So when it comes to XRP, the trend is looking bullish. The technical indicators on the 4-hour chart are bullish. In this time frame, the RSI was moving in the neutral zone and the chart shows a clear bullish divergence, which means that the bears have been losing power and the bulls could take control of the price action. We just recently saw a break to the downside to retest the low of October 12th, liquidating those that were long in the market. And then the news about the SEC waving the white flag for the lawsuit against Brad and Chris sent XRP up over 11%. Now, the next resistance for XRP is at about 55 cents. And we have some big updates coming that will let you know what's going on. So subscribe if you want to stay informed. XRP, it's not just been facing the SEC lawsuit, the global macro financial crisis, the liquidity crunch from the Fed. It's also been facing market manipulation by the whales and the bots, the artificial intelligence trading bots. The XRP community, they've been watching these whale transactions. And you might have heard people saying, follow the money. Well, when you look at this and you try and follow the money, what the XRP community has spotted is a transaction of 30 million XRP tokens. And there's been a lot of money moving around behind the scenes. October 15th, a whale moved 30 million XRP tokens from an unknown wallet to the Bitstamp crypto exchange that's worth around about $14 million at the current price. But why would someone do that? What are they planning? You know, this just so happened to have happened right before the SEC dropped charges against Brad and Chris. So could this whale have known about this outcome before it even happened? That wouldn't surprise me. You know, some media outlets were saying that this transaction is a sign of XRP's partnership with BitPay and XSola. You know, maybe they could have known that the SEC was going to drop charges against Brad or Chris. And what's next? If you don't know what these companies are, let me tell you, they are huge players in the online payment industry. BitPay is one of the largest providers of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency payment services in the world. And XSola is the leading platform for video game developers and publishers to accept payments from gamers. And as you know, the play-to-earn gaming industry within the blockchain space is going to be massive for this up-and-coming bull run. And Ripple, with XRP, is positioning itself to capitalize from that momentum. Now, imagine if these two companies start accepting XRP as payment options for their millions of customers. Well, that would be huge for XRP adoption and exposure. You know, it could also increase the demand and value of XRP as a medium of exchange. This could be one of the biggest partnerships in crypto history, and it could happen any day now. So imagine the price of XRP and what could happen if that were to take place. Now, this is obviously speculation, but with that being said, you know, don't buy or sell XRP. Purely speculation here. I like to bring you the news and also share my opinion. Go consult your financial advisor because crypto is completely risky and it could all go to zero. But if you know how to mitigate your risk and emotionally handle the volatility, and you want to see a list of the top projects that we hold on top of XRP that we're the most bullish on for this coming bull run, then you can go to bullrunners.com to subscribe to our video newsletter so you can be notified first when we release videos like this. And you'll also be on the early bird list for when we launch our financial education platform, giving you the best information to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy. So let's back up our truck all the way to the bank. Grab the bags, my friend, pack them and stack them. Leave no bags left behind because the spending power of the dollar is going down in value due to inflation. And the bull runners together, we're all going camping, you know where, on the beaches of the moon. So I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on bullrunners.com. As always, stay bullish.